Too much depth from the backhand of Hingis. She really controls that side so beautifully.
Fourth chance for Hingis to hold serve. Serve for 1-love. Does that make sense?
Total sense, Pam.
Love 1.
Testud's actually fluent in Italian now. It took her only 2 months to learn the language after she fell in love.
Yeah, that's quite an incentive to learn a language. Good first wide serve from Testud.
I think this is going to be the key for Testud in this match. Her first serve, she's got to be able to not only hit them hard, but also place them very well.
Martina Hingis played all teenagers on that score line there. Lucic, Enna, and Malik, one of the last surviving Australian women. First non-teenager of the tournament, Sandrine Testud, late 20s. Really come into her own the last 2.5 years.
Testud's a late bloomer. I remember playing her about 6-7 years ago, and she used to make mistakes all over the place. She was about 10 pounds heavier, didn't move very well.
Well, I played her in my last U.S. Open match, first round, and I played okay, lost like 6-2, 7-5, and she went on to play Monica Seles in that tournament, gave Seles a decent match. And that was the year that Testud started to play pretty good tennis and ended up in the top 10 for a while.
Testud had a much tougher road to this round of 16. She had match points against her in that third round against Tana Sugarn. But Testud loves coming back.
The only easy win was over Gavaldon, who's coming back on the WTA Tour after a long layoff. Testud holding her opening service game, leveling things at 1 game apiece.
1 game.
Well, Hingis played a big server in her last round against Alicia Molik. But Testud not only hits it hard, but as you saw there, very accurate, places it very well.
These two played against one another late in 1999 at Filderstadt in Germany. Hingis won in the semis, 6-7, 6-2, 6-4. That was the tournament that Testud beat Serena Williams, coming from 1-5 down in the third. Sounded like she broke a string, but obviously just a big miss hit, I guess, from Hingis.
I think it was a total shank.
But then her second ball sounded like a shank as well, which made me think maybe she broke a string, but obviously not. 15-love. Crowd encouraging Testud. Hingis becoming last year the first woman to win over $3 million in prize money for 3 straight years. What? That's just incredible.
And she's only 19.
She's from Switzerland, so I suppose she has enough banks to help her out. Testud's second double fault, 30-15.
Couple opportunities for Testud here to take the lead.
Missed opportunity there from Testud. I think when she forces Hingis, she's got to take some of those floaties in the air. She's a good all-court player. She can volley nicely. One more game point. Testud holds serve for 1-love in the second set.
First game, second set.
ESPN takes you to Atlanta to get ready for Super Bowl 34 as the Tennessee Titans meet the St. Louis Rams. Catch all the excitement leading up to the big game on ESPN and on ESPN2. Tune in to all the latest from the entire NFL crew. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com.
Pam, all my Florida teams are out.
Well, something to look forward to anyway next Monday morning in Melbourne. Doesn't that sound funny? Super Bowl Monday. That's the way it is down under. Love 15.
Well, one of the few times Hingis is unsuccessful up at net. Didn't do enough with that pickup. Sandrine had all the time in the world for the passing shot.
Chance here, love 30. Boy, would this mean a lot to get out to an early break in the second.
15 seconds.
The other day, when Testud came from 3 match points down against Testud Garn, it was extremely tight the first 2 sets. Then there was a rain delay, a long rain delay at 5-all, 15-all in the third set rather. Question after this point. Do you think that Testud is tired from that match, or do you think the long rain delay and going out and playing the third like many hours later? I mean, overall, as you see, the Porsche radar gun at 77 miles per hour. I don't know. I'm just wondering if she's a little flat.
To answer your question, Pam, I don't think so. I think that if anything, that match should have given her confidence that she was able to come back, play a good third set. In rain delays, you know, she gets to talk to her coach, get some advice, and she came out more positive.
You mean talk to her husband?
Exactly.
And her coach. 2-love Testud, serving for 3-love. Good effort early in the second set from the number 12 seed. Here you can see her Australian Open record. Quite a few wins there. Her highest ranking just outside the top 10 in the world. I actually thought she'd gotten to the top 10 in the world. And ended 99 at 13.
Testud reached the quarterfinals here in 1998. One of 2 quarterfinal appearances in Grand Slams for her.
Hingis not happy with that miss-hit return. 15-all.
There's Testud's husband, liking what he's seeing right now. Testud taking charge, doing what you said, Pam, coming into net a little bit more.
her stride, Testud.
We see it again. Every time Testud is down, she has a big gap to catch herself back. She plays her best tennis. She loosens up. She says, you know, the heck with it. I'm just going to go for my shots and take it to my opponent.
She's doing that right now. 2 points for 3-love.
And I think that's what you have to do against Testud when she kind of gets on a roll, is you have to start playing more aggressively, making her hit the passing shots, take the net away from her.
Of course, nobody better than that in women's tennis, changing their game than Martina Hingis. Still another game point.
One more time, Hingis puts the pressure on, attacks the short ball. And most players play better when they're behind, Pam.
Certainly do. It just seems like Hingis is always quick to recognize a change of pattern of the opponent, realize that Testud was starting to be more aggressive, so Hingis has changed it back up. Deuce. Wanted that wide swinger. Great point from both players, starting off with a second serve, and that rally just took a lot of action to complete. And there's a problem for Testud. She has a big first serve, but she's only getting in 42%. I think she needs to get that up closer to 60 to really have some easier service games. Game point again.
Look at that depth from Hingis. Just nailing the corners on her shots. Here you see it. Takes the ball early and lands right in that corner.
It's amazing how she comes across that forehand. It's through the ball, but it's sort of from lower right to upper left of the ball. It's amazing. Deuce.
Testud hitting a couple of lines of her own. Hingis not sure about that line call, but I think it just skidded off, and that's why she mishit it, Hingis.
Martina Hingis has been unbeatable. She played against Mary Pierce, the former champion in 1995 and finalist Ai Sugiyama, the #1 player from Japan. It was great action, tense, a lot of forced errors and unforced errors, and right here Ai Sugiyama was so excited, first time ever through to a quarterfinal of a major. And afterwards, Sugiyama was asked in her press conference about her next round opponent. Some confusion.
Julie playing very good, and we also playing doubles together. And I know she, of course, huh? No, really?
Yeah, you're playing Jennifer. You do.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that. No, Judy told me that we'd be playing together. No. Okay, so Jennifer. Anyway. Well, I haven't seen a draw that so far.
So cute. Ai Sugiyama, that is Ai Sugiyama. She is just cute. And she's playing really good tennis. And I think Capriati probably have the slight edge in that match, but you never know. Love 15, Mary Pierce going down yesterday.
And you have to like Capriati's chances in that quarterfinals. Like you said, Pam, if she gets through that, it'll be the first time in 9 years that she reaches the semifinals of a Grand Slam. And the heavy favorite down below that is Lindsay Davenport.
And there you see Allard de Cougy, who Sugiyama thought she was playing, just a bracket below. See, but that's what happens when you have a French accent and you talk to a Japanese player. Sometimes you get things confused. Great all-court play again from the #1 player in the world, but she needs some inspired play to get out of this hole. She's down love 3, 15-30, second set.
Oh, and this is a necessary game for Hingis. Does not want to get down 2 breaks as Sandrine Testud.
See if Testud puts some pressure on the second serve of Hingis, one of her few weaknesses. See, I think that's a mistake for Testud, that she doesn't take more risks on the second serve of Hingis.
Well, when you see her get ready to return, she's behind the baseline, so it's going to make it very difficult for her to attack the second serve of Hingis.
Unlike Ai Sugiyama, who's well inside the baseline. Poor effort from Testud after leading love 30. Hingis holds serve, closing the gap to 1-3 down. Hingis did that in a service game in the first set in the third game when she was down 15-40, won 4 points in a row to win the game.